Hello guys, I just want to show you how easy it is to get started in this internship. In fact, you only need to worry about two GitHub pages, and I'll show you how to get to those and a little bit about those. So you can do a search for INTELLIGENXE and you'll find us here, or you can just go straight to intelligence.com. And the project you're working on is called the strategist, and we have a tab here for the strategist. So you go to that section, and we have an image of the platform we're building, and you just click on either this link or the image. And again, there are only two important pages that you need to worry about. One is this page called contributing.md, um, which uh, which is very common for open source projects. It explains what contributors or what's required for contributors, or what are the terms that they need to understand. So you go through this section and you only need to read this once. And one of the important parts here is the most important part is this getting started, this section, which leads you to the second most important page. Again, this is one of the two most important pages. So we have two important pages. One is the contributing.md, which is what you're seeing here, and the other is this strategist MVP project, which we'll talk about in a second. But this first important page has a section of the office hours and the helpful resources that you're supposed to use. We have office hours every Friday and Saturday. And in terms of India time, it's 8:30 p.m. India time on Fridays and 8:30 p.m. India time on Saturdays, and the equivalent times for U.S. and Canada are here. So you're very welcome to come any day to these office hours. I mean, to any week, either on Monday or on Saturday or both. Sometimes you ask some questions on Saturdays and then you get the answer. I mean, sometimes you get more questions, or sometimes you have questions on Fridays and then you have more questions on Saturdays. So you're very welcome to come to both. But if you don't need us, you don't have to come to the office hours. And in fact, we try to encourage people to be self-sufficient. I mean, you have to be self-sufficient, but we're very happy to. We find out that having office hours is very useful for you and for the company, because we get to talk about the challenges, the blockers, and we get to be on the same page. But again, we try to write everything on this repo, uh, and um, and then this first important page also has some information on what are the advantages for contributors. The contributors in this project are not only interns; they're also professionals, and like early stage professionals, as well as late or any level of professionals. And these advantages apply to all of you guys, all the contributors, either interns or professionals. But for interns, we have a specific page in addition to this, and you can click on this link, and basically you can read a little bit more about this. And this is the job posting you've responded to. In fact, this is kind of the same thing as the job posting. It's nothing new, but you don't have you just read this once and that's it. And the second most important page is this other one here. So if we go back to the contributing .md page, you'll find this section, which has a link to the second most important page. And there are only two very important pages here, or two main pages that you need to master. And this is the second most important page, and this one has basically a description or a step, has the procedures to follow that you need to follow to work on this internship. So you first need to register if you decide to join the internship program. You need to register here so that we'll be sending you some emails just for interns. Um, and then you can read very briefly these instructions here. They're not very long, but all they're telling you is that for the first part of this internship, at least for the next 4 months or 3 to 6 months, you need to focus on this column only, on this procedure. And what we're doing here is we're developing a RAG tool or a RAG system, RAG platform, and a knowledge base. And we'll talk about that in a different video. But all you need to do is follow these items one by one. You start here. You learn about the milestones. As you know, we invite a lot of people to become interns, but only those that reach certain milestones get credit. So we have these 3 different milestones here, and to get internship credit, you need to complete at least 2. And this is the information on the milestones. The first milestone has to do with data collection, and we give you 1 or 2 months of internship credit depending on the quality of your work. For the second milestone, we give you, which is building the RAG knowledge base, we give you an additional 3 months of internship credit. And for the last milestone, we give you an additional 3 months of credit. And you can read about the milestones. They're in logical order. You first collect the data, then you build a knowledge base, and then you deploy it and you do a demo. And again, you only need to reach 2 milestones, or the goals, or the goals of 2 milestones to get credit. These times are different now. In the past, you needed to have a guru, a mentor, a supervisor to help you out and to guide you and to give you information and all that. But now it's a completely different world, and now you can get more out of. Now the LLMs are your most efficient and most powerful mentors or gurus. So again, you need to be self-sufficient. You have to get used to getting most of your answers, most of your questions answered by the LLM. You can ask him all kinds of questions, and the more you ask him, the more you experiment with them, the more you'll learn how to get good information out of them. But again, these LLMs they know more, they're more capable than any of us. So that's why that's why we don't offer too much help in terms of mentoring, except for the office hours and answering some of your comments that you put down the repo. Most of the time we'll answer those comments in the office hours. So if you don't hear from us, if you don't get an email from us answering your query, your question, come to the office hours and we'll deal with them there. So you need to get used to getting information, getting code, having the LLM refactor your code and do most of the things for you, because that's the most efficient way of doing it.